to send its own arms to Ukraine as a bitter dispute over grain imports escalates further. The Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki says his country needs to focus on modernising its army and that the decision was not linked to the fallout over Ukrainian grain. The decision comes after a speech by Volodymyr Zelensky at the UN, in which the Ukrainian president said Poland and its neighbours were playing into Russia's hands by banning imports of his country's cereal. That provoked a furious response from Warsaw.
Te słowa o tym, jakoby państwa takie jak Polska miały wspierać Rosję, no jest to kompletnie niezgodne z rzeczywistością i to jest bardzo bolesne też dla wielu ludzi w Polsce, którzy osobiście pomagali, miliony ludzi pomagały Ukrainie, ukraińskim uchodźcom. Polskie państwo w ogromnym stopniu pomagało Ukrainie, cały czas pomagamy, więc takie słowa po prostu nie powinny padać.
Poland hosts around 1 million Ukrainian refugees and was among the first countries to offer significant supplies of tanks and other heavy weaponry. But relations have been strained over grain shipments from Ukraine, which have driven down prices for farmers in neighbouring countries. Ukraine's agricultural ministry on Thursday confirmed, however, that Kiev and Warsaw have agreed to find a solution to the trade dispute. Kiev and Slovakia earlier announced that the two nations had also reached an agreement.
Szanowni Państwo, z niedowierzaniem spoglądamy na kolejne informacje wychodzące na jaw w związku z aferą wizową rządu PiS. Polskie wizy, dokumenty uprawniające do wjazdu na teren naszego kraju, były sprzedawane w krajach Azji i Afryki.
Now, Poland's former deputy foreign minister and his associates are under investigation for corruption in connection to the issuing of such documents. And journalists say this is only the tip of the iceberg.
Ujawniliśmy cały system, który zbudowali współpracownicy wiceministra Wawrzyka. Wysyłane były listy konkretnych ludzi do konsulatów i do polskich ambasad w Azji i w Afryce i ci ludzie mieli dostawać wizy. Szczególnie patologiczny mechanizm dotyczył Indii. Tam wysyłali listy osób, które miały być ekipami filmowymi z Bollywood. Okazywało się, że oni nie mają nic wspólnego z przemysłem filmowym, że producent filmowy to był handlarz warzyw, że aktor nie potrafił pokazać żadnego fragmentu swojego filmu. Chodziło zwłaszcza o wizy wielokrotne Schengen, dlatego że one umożliwiają wjazd do Meksyku, a z Meksyku jest już tylko do Stanów Zjednoczonych. Tak wyglądał ten szlak przemytniczy. Mamy całą dokumentację, która dowodzi, że ten proceder miał miejsce, zresztą nikt nie przeczy, że on miał miejsce.
The ruling party has so far avoided answering questions about the so-called visa scandal, but there is a difference of opinions among officials concerning not if, but how many visas were issued. Some people have already been detained. The first indications of irregularities in the issuing of visas were in July 2022. The allegations include invoking influence in a state institution and accepting financial benefits, acts which are punishable by up to 8 years of imprisonment. Organizations helping migrants and refugees in Poland, especially those rebunked by the government for assisting at the Belarusian border, are following the scandal with a large dose of bitterness.
Zastanawialiśmy się, dlaczego wnioski osób, którym pomagamy, wnioski o status uchodźcy, nie są przyjmowane. Te wiadomości, które ostatnio do nas dotarły o tym, jak zdobywa się polskie wizy, mam wrażenie, że wiele wyjaśniają. To po prostu pokazuje, że w Polsce te sprawy załatwia się inaczej.
The visa scandal in the government and the ruling party, whose election campaign is partly based on warnings against accepting migrants from Asia and Africa, could have a significant impact on the results of the upcoming elections. Magdalena Wodownik for Euronews from Warsaw.
Scenes like these, family homes destroyed, have come to a halt after a tense 48 hours. Azerbaijan says it has claimed full control over the breakaway Nagorno-Karabakh region after local Armenian forces there agreed to lay down their weapons. Peace talks with representatives of the region are due to start later today. Azerbaijan claims to have, quote, re-established its sovereignty over Nagorno-Karabakh, releasing these images of the Russia-mediated ceasefire. Thousands of residents in the Nagorno-Karabakh have flocked to a camp operated by Russian peacekeepers. Armenia's prime minister claims the Russian troops are fully responsible for their security.
վերջին տեղեկատվությունը, որ ինձ հաջողվել է ստանալ Լեռնային Ղարաբաղից, հետևյալն է, որ ռազմական գործողությունների ինտենսիվությունը կտրուկ նվազել է, չեմ կարող ասել, որ զրոյացել է, բայց կտրուկ նվազել է.
Meanwhile, Azerbaijan's president praised authorities in neighboring Armenia.
Ermənistan bu dövr ərzində bugün, dünən deyə bilərəm ki, gözlənilmədən siyasi səriştə göstərir. Və biz bunu qiymətləndiririk.
However, thousands have protested in Armenia's capital, accusing their own government of not supporting ethnic Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has told the UN Security Council that a Russian veto has rendered the world body ineffective. A day after addressing the General Assembly in person for the first time since the war, the Ukrainian leader proposed specific actions should be implemented by the Security Council. He says the only way to lasting peace is the full withdrawal of Russian troops and restoring Kyiv's control over its territory within the 1991 borders after the fall of the Soviet Union.
Генеральній асамблеї ООН треба дати реальну можливість долати вето. Це перший необхідний крок. Якщо війну неможливо зупинити через те, що всі зусилля блокуються вето агресора, чи того, хто потурає агресору, потрібно виносити це питання на розгляд Генеральної асамблеї.
Although the world had been waiting for a standoff in the chamber between Russia's foreign minister and Zelensky, the two did not meet. One left before the other arrived. But Sergei Lavrov has addressed the issue of Russia's veto directly.
Подходы России ко всем вопросам повестки дня являются открытыми, скрывать нам нечего и не составляет труда изложить эту позицию еще раз. К тому же применение вето – абсолютно легитимный инструмент, предусмотренный в уставе, с целью не допускать принятия решений, которые были бы чреваты расколом организации.
Although the UN Secretary-General has briefed the Council, reiterating that Russia's invasion of Ukraine is a clear violation of the UN's Charter, Zelensky has come under pressure from some Council members, including China, to engage in talks to end the war.
A gas explosion at a construction site in Romania has killed 4 people and injured 5 others. The blast happened around 1 a.m. near the eastern town of Kalamanesti, said emergency services. Local media reported that workers hit a pipeline with digging equipment, causing the explosion. Authorities sealed off the area some 500 meters from the blast site as firefighters worked to contain the flames. Highs as severe droughts in major producing countries continue to shorten supplies. September's global prices have risen 130% compared to last year, driven by extremely dry weather in the Mediterranean. Spain, the world's largest producer and exporter of olive oil, has been one of the worst affected countries. Around 50,000 litres worth more than 420,000 euros were stolen from one of Spain's oil mills last month.
In Spain's central region of Castilla y León, one of the least populated areas in Europe, access to essential services can be a challenge. For instance, Josefa has booked a bus ride to travel 25 kilometres to her nearest health centre. No regular routes connect her village of 300 inhabitants with the main town of the district, but thanks to an on-demand transportation service, these rural communities are finding innovative ways to bridge the gap.
Funciona muy bien, yo estoy contenta. Luego nos viene a recoger a las 11:30 y nos deja otra vez a Olivares. Está muy bien, siempre lo suelo coger para venir al centro de salud.
Customers can book their trip by phone or online, but these on-demand services are more than just a convenience. They are a lifeline for rural communities, ensuring that essential services remain accessible to all, no matter where they live.
En zonas despobladas como estas, el transporte público es esencial para que los ciudadanos tengan acceso a cosas tan básicas como retirar dinero de un cajero o incluso ir al supermercado.
Castilla y León has a population density of just 25 people per square metre. 90% of the population lives in towns smaller than 1,000 inhabitants. With fewer passengers and limited resources, the Regional Transport Authority has found a solution. Unlike traditional bus routes, on-demand services are provided by buses that take variable routes, avoiding unnecessary stops.
Podemos llegar a muchos más sitios con un coste más reducido y, por supuesto, para el medio ambiente, porque si no hacemos kilómetros innecesarios, las emisiones que emitimos son menores. El teléfono gratuito, el horario para llamar.
The regional government implemented the service 18 years ago, and since then it has caught the attention of other regions in Spain and abroad, looking for more efficient means of transport.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Call Halayim La, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahabashai, Bahashem, Bakahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the four corners of the earth, for the 144,000 and the 1/3 chosen of the elect. And to you, I say Shalom. Shalom to Ha'akim, Wa'akwa, and all those that's young and new and faithful unto this truth. And all the brothers out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Slaki. As you can see, trying to keep up with Esau's lies. See, it's pretty much, I don't need why I try. It's a head scratcher. He doomed his kin, doomed all of his children through that one act. These words here, Perfidious neighbors, point to Perfidious Albion, or Albion, how you want to put it. The French name for English. I looked up the word Perfidious, and it reads, one second, let me grab it. Treachery, breach of faith, violation of trust. Noun, it's a noun. So, trying to see, why is Ukraine mad at Russia? Because Russia reneged on their deal, and that's why they're out here fighting. And the stuff goes back, you know what I'm saying? That's Esau's way to break his word. Lies. He's very good at those things. And he lied to his parents because he went after Jacob, right after both parents finally passed away. After Isaac passed away, he, listened to his children. He went on after his brother. Now, this book, these words you see, is from this here. Move it over. Black Athena. This guy here was an actor. I think a professor of sorts. I'm still getting information, but I remember seeing the episode of Star Trek. He was on Star Trek. Okay. And I believe he wrote 3 volumes of this book. And I remember back in the day, man, they raised a whole bunch of arguments over what it was about. And from what I get from this chapter is that he done some digging up on Edom, some Edomites. You know, he did a collection of Edomite writings that did a bunch of lies, you know, wrote a bunch of lies about us. It's in this book here. You know, it's called Black Athena. Not gonna go too much into it, but it's here so the flock can look it up. And you can see a lot of the writings that he gathered about the writers, they were off, you know, but the research is what it is. Okay. It just goes to show the lies that was portrayed upon our people. Now, I'm going to share a little bit more. It goes into race, about Semitism, what they say, not. It's more about, yeah. You know how they say Semitism and Shemitism. We're Shemites, okay? But you know, when you stealing from somebody and you ain't thorough, what you gonna do? You gonna start making up your own stuff, right? When you stealing from somebody and you won a battle, let's say, you're gonna be the one writing the stories, right? So what you gonna do? Add in a bunch of lies, right? They say to the victor go the spoils. Also, to the victor, especially Edomite, is going to tell nothing but lies. Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 4. And it reads, how long shall the land mourn, and the herbs of every field wither? For the wickedness of them that dwell therein. The beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. So they think the Lord ain't listen. This is what's in this dude's heart, man. Alright, his inward thoughts is his house is gonna continue forever.
Lint rollers, retractable leashes.
But as they flee to the west, you know, to their hiding places, you know, behind their secret meetings, they still being watched. Okay, and they their intention is to think that ain't nothing gonna happen to them, and this is all gonna just carry on, like, you know, like the Heavenly Father isn't gonna send His Son in to crack these clouds open. Like we supposed to just stay down in the doldrum way of living this life forever. Like the Lord gonna keep His men out here another 100-fold plus years. No. Nobody. And see, it's gonna be some troubles. Alright. Jacob's trouble is his trouble too, because he's a heathen, and so is the rest of the other nations, and that's the great tribulation. Our trouble is their tribulation. Okay. Let me get John chapter 15, verse 22. Salakia. Jeremiah 15, verse 15. Sorry about that. As it reads, O Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, thou knowest, remember me, and visit me, and revenge me of my persecutors. Take me not away in thy long suffering. Know that for thy sake I will suffer rebuke. This is about our enemies. Like I say, our trouble is still tribulation. Alright. Esau and the other nations. Alright. So it's good that we know what we're doing in these last days by waiting upon the Lord for that spiritual power. / what the 2/3 are going to be doing to them. And what they'll be doing to the 2/3. So basically, getting back, coming full circle to what this is about, this Perfidious neighbors of ours, an evil twin brother, an evil twin ass nigga. Okay. Oh, this Reneger, he go around the world sowing discord, lying, and more lies. With every thing he touch, he break. He bust up everything he touch. That's what he do. Okay. And for those that's about to listen to him and go about the way of Revelation 13, verse 16. Okay. You know what? Let me get that. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16 through 18 as it reads. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, that him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Y'all listening? 2/3, are you listening? No, the 2/3 ain't listening. Okay. Alright. 1/3 is listening. No, for the 1/3, let me get Isaiah. Let me get Isaiah 11 and 11. Let's see what Isaiah. Okay, 11. Yeah. Isaiah 11 and 11. I think I read to 12. Yeah. Because we already know where Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 to 18 already mean. We bring it out enough. It's about the 2/3 doing that stuff. This is for the 1/3 here. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. Now I read it down to 12. As it reads, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left, from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathmos, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from islands of the sea. Verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast. Salakia.
More effortlessly with Philips Neurone.
Salakia for that disturbance. Okay. Let me see. Turn that down some there. Alright. Let me read verse 12 again. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Yasharallah, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And that's speaking about the elect. Okay, let me get Matthew chapter 24 and 30. Matthew 24 and 30. All right. 24 and 30. Turn that down a bit. Chapter 24 and 30. As it reads, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in the heavens, in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. We read down to 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. All right. This leads me to get down to John chapter. John is kind of long. Let me see. Let me shorten this up. Where should we get to Hosea? Hosea 1 and 10. Okay, yeah, let me get, Hosea 1 and 10. Salakia. All right. Hosea 1 and 10 as it reads, yet the number of the children of Yasharallah, Israel, shall be as the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured, nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, you are. No, that's it. Salaki, I messed it up. There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Okay. So we ain't got to worry too much longer about a crooked ass neighbor, evil twin ass nigga. All right. As the clock winds down 50 on down, turn this down some. Okay. All right, Akim and Wa'akwath. Hope y'all found something edifying about this. I wasn't able to go into much as I wanted to, but that's what other lessons are for. Alright. I think I should call this, I'll come up with something that has something to do with this word, Perfidious. Stay away from the Perfidious or something, 1/3. So I'll come up with something. Alright. With that, I say, Shalom. DTA, a barber ball.